Good morning, and welcome to Bumblebee Junction.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to get you out in the shop. Well, I'm already in the shop, but I want to bring you guys out to the shop, show you what we're working on. I know Tina's told you that Dad and I have been working on a project, and we're getting closer to getting done to where we could probably go ahead and give you guys a first look at it, and then we'll get it polished up and do a detailed video on it. But let me get the camera down here. We'll pan down on here and take a look. We'll walk through the coolers and some of the electronics and stuff. But we wanted to give it a first look at it and see what all the fuss has been about. And guys, it's been a long project, and we got a little more money tied into it than I care to admit. But it's getting closer to done, and we're looking forward to putting it to use. So guys, let's take a look at what we're doing, and then I'll be right back to talk to you. Alrighty guys, wanted to bring you in here. I know Tina has been telling you that Dad and I have been working on a project, and what we've been doing is building a live well. We want to be able to keep our fish fresh till we get them home and we can clean them. But this is the front cooler. That's the spray bar down there in the bottom. We've had it running to make sure it cycles correctly. But the spray bar will actually clamp into those two clamps there in the center and spray fresh water down into this tank. But the magic happens in the second tank, which is actually a reserve tank. It holds, reserve water for this one. But back here, we'll just start at one end. That right there is a power head filter. That power head filter is on a timer to come on for 15 minutes and off for 15 minutes. I'll show you how that works here in just a second. The bubbles just kicked on. Now they're coming out of the two air stones, not the yellow air stone you see in the center. That one will actually be for pure oxygen, but the two smaller air stones are blowing air out into the tank, and they come on for 30 seconds and they're off for 30 seconds. Then we'll come down here. This is the bilge pump. It travels up and through that hose and over into the front cooler to run the spray bar. But the only thing that'll be in the front cooler so that the fish don't get damaged on anything is the spray bar, and that's it. Once the bilge pump sprays the water over there, we've rigged in a return system. It's 1.25 inch pipe. We put these fittings on here. We tried using the drain fittings on the other end of the cooler. Just weren't happy with the diameter. We needed 1.25 inches to get enough flow, because it's just gravity fed to keep the two coolers level. You can see right now, look at the front lip of each cooler, and you can see that they're staying pretty good and level. And we've got it running now. That way we can tell if it gets off balance, but so far the return's been big enough to handle it getting in there, since the bilge pump only comes on for 30 seconds. Then it's off for 3 minutes, and that's plenty of time for it to level back up. But we got the electronics back here, quite a bit going on. I'll explain a lot of this in another video I'll try to do on it, but here's the air pump you see coming on. The red right there, that is an inverter, 150 watt inverter. It's plugged into this timer. This timer has adjustments for 15-minute increments. So it's on for 15 and off for 15. And this runs the filter system. That's the air system. This right here, that is a solid state timer. This runs the bilge pump. That solid state is not adjustable. It is strictly 30 seconds on and 3 minutes off. And then this guy down in here with the dial on it, that is an adjustable timer, and that runs the air stones. This timer is running this pump, this air pump. But it's set to be on about half the time and off about half the time. That saves the battery. We have a Group 27 battery here with 110 amp hours. We are plugged into the 10 amp protected 12 volt jacks on each end of the battery. We're using both of them, and the battery box itself has a 10 amp breaker in it. So that protects all of the electronics there. Everything is put together. I don't know if you can see, there's connectors on everything. I can totally disengage the electronics from the rest of it and the air system from the rest of it. And that plastic box there has a lid. We can close all that stuff up and get it tidied up. But it should be able to withstand the rain or any sloshing around by the coolers. Give you a kind of overhead shot there while the pumps are running. But in this tank, all the water will get filtered, oxygenated, stirred around, and then pumped into this tank with minimum disturbance to the fish. The fish will just constantly receive fresh water, and it'll backfeed through that return system I showed you over here. The entire thing is set into this wood frame. The wood frame is made to fit the bed of my truck exactly, front to back and side to side. And everything's up on legs so the coolers can't tip over or move. But at their weight, it'd take a lot to move them. Got some work still to do, bracing in the battery. Want to be able to take it in and out. Want to be able to take the electronics in and out. Still a lot of work to do on it. But this is what we've been doing, some mad scientist stuff out here in the shop. I thought I'd bring you in and give you a look. Alrighty guys, that's about going to wrap it up. I know it's still a little rough and it needs cleaned up some, but guys, that's where we're at right now. It's nice to have a tank up front with no obstructions in it to tear up the fish or anything. And sorry I'm wobbling around, I'm having to hold the phone, but not used to videoing like this. But guys, we'll appreciate you coming and taking a look at it. I know it's a little bit rough, but we'll get her cleaned up and we'll put it to use, and I'm sure we'll follow along with that too. But when I get it all put together, we'll walk through the particulars of it again. And guys, that's about all I got for you tonight. So we really appreciate you guys spending your time with us here on the channel. And if you would give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I'm out of here.